Welcome to the Faithriders chapter website setup tutorial. I'm going to teach you how to set up your Faithriders local chapter website. The first thing we have to do is log into your site. You should have an admin link to log in, an email address, and a password that you're going to use to log into the site. For example purposes, we're going to be using the Greenfield site as an example. Now, Greenfield is not a real site. It's a site that we created so that we would have a site to edit and play with and show off. So this is the Greenfield Directors dashboard. You saw that I filled in the form and hit submit, and I've logged in. This is the Greenfield website. Now, if we look at your chapter site in a new window, we see that we have the national headquarters message and nothing else. We have an events page, which is not actually blank because I set this up before. A social media link for Facebook, which will show you how to add, and a contact us. So what we're going to do is we're going to develop this site, and it's going to turn into a very nice chapter site for the city of Greenfield, Wisconsin. First thing we need to do is change this header on the website to a custom header for the Greenfield site. So we're going to click on this website header link, and it's going to show us our current header, which is the national header that they use for the main website. Now, we don't want to use this for our website. We want to have a custom header. So what you can do is you can download this header by right-clicking on it and saying Save Image As. That will save it into your temporary files where you can edit it. We expect you to overlay this image completely with a different image. Here's the image I created for Greenfield. I'll click on Upload New Image. I'll click on Browse. A browser window will open, and I'll click on the header. There's the header that I chose, and I'll hit Upload. And there's our current header. You'll notice that it changed the header to the Greenfield Faithriders. Now, your image needs to be 12 pixels by 289 pixels. In other words, 1212 pixels. And if you download this image, the default image, and you edit it, it will be the correct size. If you try and upload something that doesn't work, it will not fit. So if you make a mistake and you upload something that doesn't look right, you can hit Restore Default Image. It'll show you the default image. You hit Restore, and it'll put the image back for you. I happen to like the new one, so we're going to use that one. I'll load it again. Very simple. I'm just browsing over to it, and I'm uploading it. And there it is. Go back to the home page. Now it's on our home page as well, and if you go back to this other tab, this is the site for Greenfield. We'll hit refresh, and you'll notice it's been updated. Next thing we're going to update are these colored stripes. You notice they're sort of black and white looking. The default on the main website is sort of a pinkish color. What we do is go to Site Colors, and we click, and it'll show us our current colors, black and white. The colors that I've chosen are dark sea green and dark green. And if we hit Save the Colors, it updates the website to those colors. Now, if you don't know the colors, you can go over here to Colors by Name, and it'll show you all the colors by the various names. And you can use any color you want, either like this lavender blush, or you can use this color number. Make sure you get that pound sign or hashtag in the color. You can also mess around with these colors and create custom colors if you want. Once that's done, just save them, and there's your colors. Now, the website itself, if you remember, is currently blank. So what we want to do is we want to put something there. So there's two pages. There's the main page and the events page. As you remember, here's the main page, here's the events page. So on this particular page, we'll hit the main page editor to open up the main page. There's three elements to the main page. There's the page title, there's the left side page content, and the right side page content. Let's fill these in and see what it looks like when it's done. So we'll type in a chapter. We'll type in some content for the main area. and we'll put something on the right side and we'll hit save. We'll take a look at how that looks by refreshing the page on the other tab, and there it is. Now we have the Namaste message, we have this little bit of stuff here, and we have this little bit of stuff here. If you want to make it better, you can add pictures. Let's do that. Go back to the main page editor and decide where you want to stick your picture. I'm going to stick it on the right side of the screen at the top. So what I'll do is I'll put my cursor there and I'll click on this add image button. That pops up a browser for the image. So I'll go browse server, pick the image I want to browse, double click it, and there's the image I picked. And if we scroll down, it shows us the text. It's on top of the text. We want it to the right side of the text, so we select right and we hit OK. Now it's on the right side of the text. If we hit save, we can see what that looks like on our website. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? Now, the only thing is this is all very plain text. So let's jazz it up a little bit. Go back to the editor and let's make this text bigger. We'll make it heading 2, which will give it a nice big look. And let's go down here and let's do this upcoming in header 1 and hit save. Let's see what that looks like. Hit refresh on our page and there it is. See, that's bigger, same size as the headquarters message, and this is bigger too. You can also change colors if you want. We jump over to events. This is a page I've already created. But you'll notice it has a picture. It has big text, bold text, red text. You can do anything you want. This page is all the way across, so you can actually edit this whole page. You could put a row of pictures on there. You could put 2 rows of pictures. You can do whatever you want. In addition to those editors, by the way, this is edited under the event schedule editor. There you go. The site itself has social media links. We currently support Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and your sponsored churches link. Now, for here, you'd put the full Facebook link, which would be facebook.com/Faithriders, Greenfield, Wisconsin, or whatever. Not just facebook.com. That doesn't help anybody. Instagram, Twitter, just put your stuff in there. The church, put your URL for the church, and then hit save, and they'll show up on the menu up here on your main site under social media links. There's Facebook, and you'll have Instagram and everything else underneath them. The whole thing is fairly easy to work. If you want to change your password, you can change your password. If you want to update your email address, you can update your email address. Remember, that's the director's email, not your personal email. Or if the director wants, you can change that, but then all the emails for Faithriders will go to you. And you can also edit your chapter data. This is a fake chapter in Greenfield, Wisconsin, and if you actually were to go to this particular house on 66th Street, you would see where I lived when I was a little kid. This is all fake information, of course. The phone number is fake, everything's fake, except for Mike's email address. That might be real. So all this information can be updated, and you can change this so that it can be managed by you and not by the national chapter. So if you happen to change your email address, you can just go in and change your email address. One caveat though, if you change your email address, you'll have to log in again because the login is part of your email. Your login is your email address, so if you change it, you'll have to log in again. You need to save changes. All these pieces are fairly easy to operate. If you make a mistake, just go back in and edit it. For example, if you find a spelling in it, and there's actually a spell check, you'll notice it underlines things if you have made errors. So it has a nice little spell check. That's about it. You can do anything you want with your site, put graphics, text, doesn't matter. Anything you want to put on there, as long as it looks nice and supports your Faithriders organization, we're happy to have it on there. If you have any questions, let us know. Thank you.